Breaking Station, I'm back for it. To it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe as you always. Watch the full video. Comment,
This is what I call mucho security.
do you believe in aliens?
Isn't it weird to imagine that we could literally be 15 to 20 miles away from definitive proof that we're not alone?
What was this being wearing?
Military uniform just like mine, but it was very, very clean.
We're very close to going to prison right now, that's for sure.
More security.
More security right now.
Today, ladies and gents, we wrestle with some of the wildest questions and mysteries of our time, such as, are aliens real? Are UFOs cutting-edge technology from Earth or perhaps from another planet? Why is Area 51 one of the most secretive bases in the country? And what is it that our government is hiding from us? In order to uncover the truth, we assemble a powerhouse team. First up, James Fox. This man is...
I think they real, but I don't think they look like what we think they look like. You feel me? I think there are great, but beyond ancestors, bro. Like, hey, like when it comes to conspiracy theories, best way when it comes to this stuff, bro, I can talk about this. I can talk about this shit all day.
Arguably the world's premier
it's interesting, bro. It's like the more they deny it, it's like the more believable it seems.
Investigating these claims, digging deeper than perhaps any human alive today. Next, we speak to Jason Sands, an Area 51 insider and employee turned whistleblower who gives us his firsthand testimony of his experience. Then we got Avi Loeb, a Harvard professor, astrophysicist, and one of the brightest minds on the hunt for extraterrestrial technology. And finally, we speak to various people who claim to have had alien experiences themselves. In this episode, we infiltrate the legendary Area 51, both under the cover of darkness and in broad daylight. And you'll have to stay to the end of the episode to see what we did and what happened to us after we breached security and set off the alarms. Join us today as we tackle one of humanity's greatest questions. Are we truly alone here on Earth, or do we have visitors from other galaxies walking among us? The truth, folks, might be stranger than anything we ever imagined. Let's dive in. Folks, two things before we get started. First, the merch is back in stock, including the sweat.
Come on, Tommy G. Trying to give nigga that intro music.
Much better of a sponsor can you even get in a video?
If you think we the only things here, bro, you crazy. Like,
if you would like to try some of this delicious jerky for yourself, simply head to their website, link in pinned comments, and use my code TommyG.
Come on, Tommy G.
World-renowned UFO UAP expert, James Fox. About an hour and a half away. We'll enjoy this road trip, and we'll see you guys in a few. So we're halfway to the alien, and already you can tell that there's an alien culture that just permeates around here. The gas stations have aliens in them. It's just so remote. I feel like this is just one of those bizarre places where everyone has some sort of story where they saw this thing in the air. Heck, I have one of those stories. I remember in high school, we were in the back hill in this retention pond. If I had my own phone, I got it on my phone. Like, there was something moving in the air, and I saw it. Like, I know what I saw. Who knows what the explanation is? Let's keep driving.
I don't know. I just don't think
we're
like.
Pulling up into a town, the town of Rachel.
If you can create something on a planet, why wouldn't you do it on? We're gonna meet our alien
expert friend James, and just get the lay of the land here. We arrived late in the night at the alien, and they had a strict no filming policy. So we went nearby to the town's only gas station to meet our contact James Fox and make a game plan for the rest of the night. We were about to tuck in and go to bed.
Yes.
And you said you have another idea.
Yes. There's no better time than the present. And we're out here, and we're not going to see anything if we don't try. Let's take our asses out to as close to the base as we can possibly get to without risk of being arrested and or shot. The use of deadly force is authorized. So
kill on sight.
It's real. They're not around. If you were to hide
stuff like that, like why would you do all that?
Craft of non-human origin, anywhere on Earth, when you come out here, you can see this would be the perfect place to do it.
Is it fair to say this is one of the most top secret places on Earth?
This is the most top secret place on Earth, yes. Right now, we're gonna go out to probably the most famous mailbox in history. It was the infamous black mailbox, but it became so famous because like, when you get to the black mailbox, you'll see a dirt road. It's completely unmarked. There's no road signs. You turn off, and that's the point where you go in on the dirt road to the base for about 20 minutes, and then you get to a sign that basically, and you'll see security. Like if you go beyond that sign, all bets are off. So the black mailbox, I think, got so famous that it might have been stolen. I heard it might have been recently replaced. We're gonna find out right now.
Is that our first destination?
That's
the
our
black
first
mailbox?
destination, yes.
Let's get hopping.
Let's go.
It's like why had that type of security?
Trying to find an entrance to
protect
Area
something that's
51
not
can be
there.
very difficult. Your phone likely won't have service as you near
Right.
it.
That
Some
makes
say
no
it's the
sense.
government jamming your signal.
Just a black box? So this doesn't even exist.
Google Maps just said nah.
Others say it's just the remoteness of the location. The easiest way to spot a route into Area 51 is the infamous black mailbox. It marks one of the roads that can lead you in. However, tonight, we suspected that the box had either been taken down or stolen because we simply could not find it. Is it?
Tommy G coming over.
Gang, gang, baby, we're ready to slide the rock.
We're gonna drive down this dirt road and don't get arrested. Over. Just kidding.
Did we miss the mailbox or is that still ahead?
I think we missed it. We'll see a dirt road connecting to this road in the next mile or so on the right-hand side. Over. Turn our lights out. They'd never know we were coming.
Oh God, it's so pitch
We're
black,
to imagine
bro.
that we could
I might
literally
run
be
into
15
something,
to
though.
20 miles away from definitive proof that we're not alone.
15 to 20 minutes away from information that could change the entire world.
Yep.
What has motivated you to dedicate your entire adult life to chasing down and researching these things?
Imagine if our government had definitive proof that we're not alone in the universe, whether you believe it or not. But if you felt that was true, could you just walk away easily from that story? I feel that every man, woman, and child has a right to know, and I feel it's an incredibly important and significant piece of the puzzle, and it's difficult to walk away from.
I have to give huge credit today to my friend, Julian Dorr.
I think the reason why they probably don't want, if it is true, they probably don't want people to know because it might destroy people's beliefs. It's like, all right, if you wholeheartedly, like absolutely know and believe and see that, these are the people, this say crazy scenario, right? These are our creators, right? Then that would make the rules of, not doing things to people, not unaliving people, that will probably throw them out. And then the world will probably go ballistic. Because, like, if we ain't, like, abiding by these rules because, they're the laws and because you don't want to go to hell, it's irrelevant then, right? So then the world might just go ballistic because the rules are irrelevant. A lot of people don't do certain things because they don't want to go to hell. A lot of people don't do certain things because they know it's right and wrong. But I think that would destroy a lot of that. So therefore, I think that's probably why if it is true, that's probably one of the reasons they don't want people to know.
He is the key behind all of this happening, the connection to James Fox. He was the key behind the Trump assassination video, and he's the key behind the Scientology video that we have in the works as well. To show love to Julian, links in the description, blow him up, comment Big Dog's Gotta Eat, and thank you, Julian.
Guys, do you see that red light off in the distance, kind of at our 1 o'clock?
Yes.
That's apparently got all sorts of sensors, including video. They're watching us come in right now. This is security.
The place is pitch black.
No question, over.
If you are considering trespassing on the Nevada Test and Training Range boundary, please consider the following consequences. You will be required to pay a $1,000 fine. You will have your car towed at your expense. You will have your car impounded at your expense. You will be brought to HICO, Nevada to be processed. Once released, you will be responsible for transportation, blah, blah, blah. Now, my question is it telling us not to go beyond this point? Or can we go a little further until... I think we go a little further.
Oh, he's moving.
That guy's watching us. He's listening to us too, I'm sure of it.
You think they have
Sure
that
of it.
level of technology? That they
Yes.
Absolutely.
What
yes.
makes you sure of that?
Because I've heard about it. They can just point. And they can
It's a
listen.
microphone.
George Knapp's documented that.
Folks, we gotta pay homage to the legendary Las Vegas journalist George Knapp. In 1989, George broke the story on Area 51 and brought its existence to the public eye. His interview with Bob Lazar, who claimed to have worked on reverse engineering alien technology, invited a firestorm of speculation, forever linking Area 51 to extraterrestrial secrets. George's fearless reporting forced the government to acknowledge the base's existence, and it laid the groundwork for decades of UFO investigations. Without him, the legend of Area
The funny part is though, because they know that people think, all right, this is the place where all this is being held at and being worked on, it's more than likely not there. It's more than likely somewhere else. And they just keeping this place with all the security to keep people there. Like, oh, y'all think it's here? Okay, let's put extra high security, extra guards, extra this, extra that, so they can continue to come here while we do what we need to do in this whole other place. Like it's probably right in a city somewhere and people don't even know.
Area 51 might still be a secret.
James, you want to go say hi to the scary man?
Just like really think about it, bro. Think about it.
You want to go say hi?
I mean, I want to.
Think about it. If you got 2 houses, right, or you got 5 houses, right, and people, the whole world think in house number 1, this is where all your millions and billions and billions and billions are sitting at. They think it's in house number 1. Would you keep it there, or would you move it? I'm gonna keep it. You think it's in house 1? I'm gonna keep it in house 4, and I'm gonna be good because y'all gonna continue to be at house 1. I don't even gotta think about y'all.
I want to see who that is.
This is the gate. This is
Like,
the
come
next
on,
lane.
bro. Why would you continue working there when people are?
They say that there are only 2 guarantees in life: death and taxes.
Yeah.
I think the third is we go beyond that sign, we go to jail and or get shot. What we know about this base,
He
is
ready
you can
to
tell
die
that
about
we just
this.
drove in down 30 miles of dirt road to get here. You just simply can't imagine just how remote this place is until you come out here and see it in person. It just doesn't. It's hard to convey.
And the level of secrecy.
Yeah, it's just the remoteness and secrecy.
And when you
it's
finally
like-
do find the edge, you still barely see anything except for barbed wire tracking all through the grass, the signs, the gates. Are these guys special forces? Are they mercenaries? Who are the people patrolling the base?
They're usually the people
Army.
that are from special forces. They hire them up and they arm them and they tell them that, this is the way we do business for the program, and off they go.
What kind of power are they authorized to use on someone that's going towards the base?
I don't believe
They're
Area
authorized
51 is the
lethal
place.
force.
This base got a lot of attention in the late 80s when that guy Bob Lazar came forward through George Knapp. It was initially as a incognito, anonymously he came forward, and then ultimately because for fear of his life. He was saying that there were craft of non-human intelligence in the possession of the military, and they were being housed by Papoose Lake in a series of camouflaged hangars that were built into the side of the mountain. They have no wings, they have no tail, they have no visible means of propulsion, they make no sound, they don't have any air disturbance, very little noise. Some people will talk about a slight buzzing or humming sound within a certain proximity of them. They do things that are just defy physics as we understand it, right? You would want to keep that technology ultra secret because you'd want to weaponize it. Just a few miles down the road, the truth lies, right? The whole world wants to know what's going on out there.
Have we got anyone from this base that's active to speak anonymously?
Sorry, active?
But he worked at the base for some time.
He did, yeah.
In what capacity, do you know? In non-military lingo, how would you explain to a layman what your career consisted of?
It's like counterintelligence work where you're trying to prevent the enemy from finding out about what you're doing.
How long did you serve on that base?
I was there for 6 years.
Tell us about the morning of the encounter. What happened?
Well, we went up range. We had to look at a video of the UFO that came in and entered into the Nels test range.
I've seen this video
from
before.
the previous week because they
I've seen this
didn't know
video.
what it was, so they were just trying to get people to observe it and verify that, yeah, this is something that we didn't see, because you're talking to, anybody on my crew, we've been there for years. We'd seen all kinds of aircraft, and this didn't fit anything that we'd seen on the video.
So this is what it recorded the UFO also.
Looks like one. Right up high now. Going like straight up.
So a UFO crash lands on the base, and they wait until the Monday crew comes in to look into it?
Pretty much, that's what it seems to have happened.
This is a sign.
Oh, he just honked at us.
He just honked.
He probably thinks this is
Why the
something
f*** would he have honked?
Dude, he fought. Yeah, I
Because
know.
he's hearing us?
Yeah, wait.
What did he say? What did he say?
Hang on.
Honk if you can hear us.
Okay, we're about to drive up this road. Are you going to arrest us if we do so? Honk, please. We're good.
This moment of Area 51 exploration is brought to you by Alien Jerky.
They said we
If you're
good.
about to go to federal
No,
prison,
you're not, bro.
first
No, you're
get
not.
this flavor in your mouth as well as this flavor. And you know what? Why didn't we think of it? We're going to bribe the guard with this. Dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, we talked to this guy earlier today, and he's like, yeah, when I worked there, he goes, we'll just blast you. I was like, they'll just blast you? And he's like, yeah, they'll just take you out. Like, we're authorized to kill.
You know what I think
I mean,
that
if they
means?
telling you, bro,
Let's explore a little further.
if a place is telling you that they have authorization to unalive you, and you still go there, you got what you wanted.
All right, what I'm trying to do right now is I just want to see where the barbed wire is. Where is the barbed wire, guys? Man, you can't even tell. We're very close to going to prison right now, that's for sure. Guys, here comes more security.
More security.
More security right now.
Holy shit. The truck's coming up. Look at that.
Yep.
Holy shit.
He's coming quickly, too.
Look how fucking windy it is, dude. It's cold, desolate, and there is government forces assembling right now.
I know. They're letting us know that they know that we are right here. The question is...
They're going together.
I mean, one thing we can say for sure is we will all be going to jail if we cross the line. The question is, where exactly is the line?
The only way to do it is to walk up the barbed wire from the gate.
I've already walked. Well, you want to drive down there and see it?
Sure.
All right.
So look.
Land Survey Monument.
That's just government bullshit to keep us off the land.
What happened next was strange. As we turned off our cameras to take a couple iPhone photos, we heard a noise, but not just any noise, one that had an eerie, metallic, and otherworldly sound. This is what followed immediately after.
I heard that. What the f*** are you hearing?
It sounded like metallic, something big, metallic, and somewhat loud. I thought someone was coming.
You heard it?
I heard it. You heard it?
You heard it? Are you sure that wasn't my car?
Positive. It came from right over there. No question. Well, you know, I told you guys they had a 99% chance of seeing security, and we saw security.
We're gonna fold our cards for tonight in case they have any devices that can hear us.
Well, they have that right there.
We just want to know the truth! Can you hear us? I have some beef jerky I can offer you! I repeat, I said beef jerky! I don't know if it's working. What we're dealing with right now is, like, there's so much disorientation and trickery that happens, like hearing certain noises. Like they said they heard this metallic thud. Was it the sign rattling, or was it a secret thing happening in the background? I mean, and that's how these stories get convoluted when it comes to the supernatural or the UFOs, or, you know, there's a lot of explanations for the same thing. So, like, in diving to the truth of these stories, you have to figure out how credible someone's testimony is, and it's been proven that eyewitness testimony actually isn't even that accurate. But when you have multiple eyewitnesses independently corroborating a story, that's where it becomes more and more airtight.
I think if this world didn't have all the separation, like, and then if everybody was together, because again, at the end of the day, we don't know why we're here. We don't know, like, how we came to be. We don't know why this earth is here. We don't know nothing about this earth. We don't know, man. Humans know absolutely nothing but what another human told them. Feel me? But if human beings was to put all the differences aside, like, mind you, it's been 1,000 movies that we've seen a million times, where all the differences was put aside, humans worked together, and humanity advanced. Like, I don't, like, even though it's been in movies, but that is an example of what could be. Because mind you, when it comes to trying to find out what's in the ocean, when it's kind of find out what's in the what's in the sky. These governments are still in competition. We got to be the first ones to do it before they do it, because if they find out this and they get this and they're gonna be able to do this to us and we can't see, it's still competition. If it wasn't none of that, and if it was just one government, humanity, that's it. No separation, no greed, no pettiness, just advancing in life, bruh. We will be so life will be so, it'll be crazy as hell, bruh. It will be crazy. Like, just imagine it, bruh. No greed, no separation, no pettiness, no war, no nothing. This government's working together as one. One. Not 15.
So we're going to the Alamo Inn, about 40 miles away, and kind of the other side of Area 51. There's the Alien, the Alamo Inn, and kind of if you go in between them, that's where you can go on the road to the back way of Area 51. And we're going to talk to the motel owner and actually stay there the night. And this guy, his dad worked on the base. At both of these inns, everyone in the community seems to know someone that has had an experience or seen something or knows something. So this is a obvious and good place to go for this investigation. All right, folks, we're pulling up to the most famous mailbox in the world. Well, tell the people what we're looking at right now.
So
this stole the box.
The remnants of what was once the black mailbox. Because of the nature of secrecy of the space, there's no road signs, there's no indication of where the entry point is to Area 51. There was this black mailbox to a rancher who lives probably at that ranch out there. This mailbox became the beacon of like the entry point to go in to check out Area 51. And so everyone's just like, turn right at the mailbox or turn left at the mailbox. Like that's the dirt road into Area 51. It became just super famous, the most famous mailbox on the planet.
Also, I want to draw our attention to there's mountain ranges everywhere we can look, and these are also vantage points.
Yeah.
And Chuck Clark spent his life documenting these vantage points, and one by one, the government shut them down.
Yes.
So what do you mean you shut down
His place got raided. He was raided right here in Rachel, and George Knapp covered the story at the time.
The story goes with Chuck that he allegedly got his hands on footage of an alien encounter so good, so compelling, that Logan Paul drove to his house with $100,000 cash to try and buy the video, but Chuck refused. It goes without saying that research from guys like Chuck Clark are foundational and lay the groundwork that allow me to continue to explore the mystery of Area 51 further.
See, stuff like that it feeds into the narrative. If he made a vantage point or got a good vantage point, and then you go shut it down, or nobody can go up there again. See, they just further feed into the narrative. But again, I don't believe if it is, which I believe, look, I don't personally believe like we're the only things. It's billions and billions and billions of planets and stars and galaxies, whatever. And to think that we're the only one, that is the most dumbest thing ever. But if they do have ships and I guess people, whatever, or beings, whatever, I don't believe it's there. Because again, why would you keep it there if everybody is knowing this where or believing this is where you're doing this at? That is the most dumbest thing ever. People gotta stop that. Like, be realistic.
One of my favorite close encounters of the third kind in the United States took place in the desert of New Mexico in 1964 that involved an on-duty police officer by the name of Lonnie Zamora. And the Air Force files during the peak of Project Blue Book investigations have detailed diagrams and of the craft where it landed, the landing gear impressions, photographs of the landing gear impressions, the footprints from the alleged creatures, very detailed report in Project Blue Book own files.
We're having a local pull up that his parents had an encounter with a non-human being right in this area in the 90s. So we're gonna get to hear the story from him and see what we make of it.
This is a story that my parents passed on to me. My dad was born and raised here in this valley, in Pahranagat Valley. He worked out at the test site in Area 50.
The only thing about this story was passed down. It's more likely it has been edited. That's the only thing about life again. That's why I don't trust men, like come on human, because again when it comes to stories can be changed as they get passed down, they get edited, they get alterated, they get more delusional.
One for a good portion of his life, because he mainly worked on the test site side when they were doing the nuclear testing. He drove the trains and everything that went down inside the tunnels and that where they'd set the bombs off and that. And then when they shut that down, then he moved over to the Area 51 side.
So we're all traveling on the road. We see this guy starting to kind of hail us and starts jogging towards us, but he's walking running very funny. It looked like he was going to fall over and like he was around. I'm wondering what's wrong with him. And then as we get a bit closer, I'm starting to notice that he's got very pale skin, but it's got this blue undertone like he's hypothermic. We get to the point where he's at the corner of the front of the vehicle, and the guy in the passenger seat in the front screams he's got no ears. And I'm thinking, well, that's pretty rude. Why would he say that? And then I'm stepping out onto the roadway, and I look up, and indeed, he has no ears. And I'm thinking, good grief, this is really strange.
Both your parents had an encounter on this road.
Yes, they were coming down this road, coming over Hancock Summit here, coming back into town. They'd been out hunting or camping for the weekend, something. They were out in the hills playing around, which they like to do an awful lot. Mom says they come over the hill here, and he says you can see somebody walking down the road for quite a ways. It caught her eye. She's like, wow, what's somebody doing walking out in the middle of nowhere like this? As they got closer to it, she could see that it was dressed in, the way she describes it, is Bedouin clothing. So it was the flowing scarves and head covered and everything. Couldn't see anything other than the cloth that was around it.
What was this being wearing?
He was wearing a military uniform just like mine, but it was very, very clean. Then I noticed his eyes, and that's when I really got scared because the eyes were like twice as big. That's when he starts talking to me in another language. I don't know what it is, but somehow I'm understanding every word he says, even though it's a language I've never heard before. So,
was it an audible language, or was this telepathic?
It was both. He was speaking audibly to me, but at the same time, I think I telepathically understood the words.
As they got closer to it, it stepped away from the road and crouched down, along the borrow area there. When it did that, my dad continued to drive past it. She goes, hey, we ought to stop and see if they need help. And my dad just told her, no, you didn't see anything, and went on. And if you knew my dad, he's the last person in the world that's not going to stop and give somebody help, especially if they're out in the middle of nowhere like this and they're unfamiliar with the surroundings.
If aliens are real or creatures from another planet
sorry, bro.
real,
I'm sorry. Hell to the no.
I think that's what
it's
the oath he
pitch
took.
black and you walking by yourself?
There.
No.
Is that you couldn't talk about that stuff.
And as he's walking away, I look back at my friends in the car, and they all look like they're zombies. This guy is not from this planet, is what I thought when I saw his features on his face.
You gave testimony behind closed doors. Did you do that in a skiff, or where did you do it?
I did it in a skiff.
Okay, and so were there members of Congress or chiefs of staff, like who?
It was all the committee members, from the Armed Forces Committee.
What was the look on their faces when you started describing this alleged encounter with an alien?
Shock.
A lot of people that have had a sighting, an experience, are pretty quiet about it. They keep it tight to their chest. Why do you think that is?
I think that they're afraid of being judged, because
judge, and then
shit.
If it's too believable, and they know this motherfucker talking about something real. Yeah, let's go get him.
What was the moment in your career?
I believe that. Hey, go get him.
We might not be alone.
October 19th, 2017. The first interstellar object was spotted by a telescope in Hawaii called Pan-STARRS. It was given the name Oumuamua, which means a scout in the Hawaiian language. This was the first object identified as coming close to Earth from outside the solar system. It was roughly the size of a football field, flat object, pancake-shaped.
If that land, boy, it's over. A football field, it's over. I believe if you did have an encounter,
Area 51 from another angle,
it's too
and it went from
believable.
being
They gonna come
a
get you.
beautiful, clear sky day that we were getting shots to we're stuck in a cloud. And I think it just goes to show the desert is a place that is magic tricks. Mother Nature plays magic tricks with the desert. No wonder people see bizarre shit. Like just things get obscured in the desert, whether it's the mirage or the weather change.
Sometimes you see what you want to see too.
Is that government vehicles? There are a lot of those same vehicles. You see that?
Is there another exit of the base that they're coming from that we don't know about?
Duh. The niggas probably got an underground tunnel they come
Those
from.
have to be government vehicles that are coming by.
At around 5:30 p.m., at least 5 days a week, possibly 7, you'll see these white buses with no markings, with blacked out windows.
That's kind of Scientology-esque. That's what we just encountered recently.
Barreling out of this place, down this long dirt road, headed east. And then they get to 375, and then they head south, probably going to Vegas.
I'm no expert in the driving habits of feds, but it seemed to me we were witnessing a convoy of Fed vehicles leaving Area 51. And for some reason, seeing all of those feds grouped together, it just felt spooky to me.
That windows was blacked out though. Yep, there's that. But again, I think they be doing this on purpose, bro.
Looks like we got 2. One disappearing into the clouds. Can you describe some of the technology at the base? Like how much more advanced is it than the public perception of what our technology is?
I don't want to get into specifics, but it's hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years ahead of what we think is happening?
Yes.
So I think part of the question is this just...
I think like some of the things that we've seen in these movies, like the weapons and stuff, they come on, bro. Come on. You think somebody really went that far? Mind you, it's computerized, most of it. You think somebody really went that far and then somebody didn't try to go make it? Come on. Come on, bro. Like, you gotta be realistic, bro. We live in this world where it's some people who are truly, truly, truly geniuses. Like, they are grade A, like, smart as hell. You don't think they tried it? Come on, bro.
High-level military technology that they don't want other people to get their hands on? Or did they get some of this technology, the way things move, the way they turn, stop, that seem to defy our typical engineering and physics? Did they get that from alien crafts? When an alien craft crashes, they have the best engineers in the country examine it and try to re-engineer it. Is that what's happening at Area 51? Or is this shit just so advanced and they just haven't released it to the public? Our conception of what is possible is 60 years in the past, 50 years in the past, and they just haven't shown us the good shit because, well, it's a tactical advantage in war. It's all possible.
I think it's that too. It's a lot of things. People gonna panic. They can use it for war. If they think beings might come down and do something, they might fight you for that.
God damn it.
Unauthorized
Look,
personnel.
look. Now it's going.
Not permitted beyond this point.
So we almost did get captured.
You just literally... Dude.
That dude, he gonna get fired.
That's not a good sound.
Should we get the fuck out of here? Let's get the fuck out of
The dude that let that thing down, that almost let them in, he more like got fired. That thing was probably not supposed to be up. He get fired.
They were...
Who's this guy fucking going backwards? Methy over here is going backwards trying to get us. Is he
Like, I'm getting the F up out of here, bro.
Is this guy on meth? What the fuck? This guy's going pretty fast backwards.
He's trying to get the F up out of here.
Right
he
now.
knows that horn means.
This guy doing?
What is this guy doing?
He like, ask that dog.
You just trespassed on federal property.
You know the gate where they close. You can go into a gate and then they close a barrier behind you.
That's an entrapment, yes.
What happens if you get stuck in that?
That's a way for them to keep your vehicle and yourselves from going any further. And they will draw their weapons on you and they will tell you, okay, you're coming with us. They'll take all your equipment, they'll dismantle your car, look at all of your cameras, look at all your film, they will confiscate everything, and you'll be lucky if you get your car back in a crate later on, let alone whether you will be serving jail time in one of their facilities right there on the site.
Holy shit, that was crazy.
So close to
So you think we would have been trapped if we didn't if Keegan didn't remind me to back up?
Hell yeah, they would have locked you in there. 100%. 100%. Yeah.
That's probably what that was too. It's either it wasn't supposed to be up and he forgot to put it down, or it's we're gonna leave it up so if you come in, you're trapped and we're gonna take you to jail.
What, is it a big fan?
Oh, look at that view.
Tommy G, you
still
crazy
can't
for
see
this,
the
my
base even
boy.
if it
I
does
wouldn't.
No, I mean, well,
I
you
play
can
with
see
the
just
government,
above it.
but
If there's
hell
any
no.
activity, you can see it from here, but you just can't like see the actual base. You see just above it.
So folks, we took a deep dive into some of the claims, some of the people that have worked there, people that have experienced things, and I have to say some of this is quite compelling. When you hear Congress people talking about this, you know something is serious. And let me know what you guys think. You guys believers? Are you guys skeptics? Are you guys open to the possibility that this is real? It's been a pleasure taking this deep dive
Not
with
there,
you.
though.
I appreciate you, James. Go out there, watch this video. You can stream it, you can rent it. If you want to take this much, much further, this was a couple-day investigation. He's dedicated 30 years of his life to looking into this and made multiple documentaries on the subject. One of the world's renowned experts in the field. So if you want to take a deeper dive into that, his links into his documentaries are in the description. Rent them, stream them, check them out, and explore for yourself, and you determine what you think is true. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Hold on, just in case. But like, you gotta always remember this. Everything we know or think we know was told by another human being who knows nothing. Come on, bro. Like